Good morning, everybody. This is Sharon with simplycanning.com, and it is a soup day today in Colorado. We are having a nice, cool fall day, a little bit of rain, and we actually had just a tiny little bit of snow this morning. Nothing that's going to stick or anything like that, but I decided to make soup for lunch. And so I thought I would give you just a few tips on what you can do for soups. What I am doing this morning is I am taking a jar of chicken soup that I have already canned, and I am putting it in the crock pot. Now you don't have to do this in the crock pot, it's just what I like to do, but I'm putting it in the crock pot. It's a couple hours till lunch, so it's just enough time for it to heat up. I'll add noodles, and then the noodles will have time to cook by lunchtime. So I thought I would share a few tips with you on canning soups. I often get asked if you can can pureed soups like cream of mushroom, or not mushroom, cream of tomato, things like that. And pureed soups have not been tested for safety in home canning. And so what I suggest is take all of your solids that you're going to make a pureed type soup, can them in chunks. I have a link in the description for this video, and it has directions on how to adapt soup recipes to be safe for home canning. But if you want to do a puree type soup, just can it in chunks. When you open the jar, you just puree it. Then you can use a stick blender or whatever you want to use and puree it at that point. You cannot use, or it hasn't been tested as safe, to use any dairy in soup that you're going to home can, or pastas, or any thickeners like flour or any kind of a thickener like that. So those are not things that are safe for home canning. Now, I often get told, well, they have it at the grocery store, and it's true. Campbell's has chicken noodle soup, and it's got noodles in it. But you have to keep in mind that the commercial processes are totally different than what we can do at home. And so for home canning, it's just, I don't recommend that you use pastas or any thickeners, no rice, anything like that. So also, when you are home canning soup, and this is all in the link there if you want to click on that, when you're filling your jars, what you want to do is you want to fill the jar halfway with your solids, and then you're going to fill up the rest with your broth or whatever liquid you're going to use. So this is chicken soup. So I've got chicken in here, onions, celery, carrots. I don't remember what else I might have put in there. I think that's probably it. And then I fill it with chicken broth. Now, a lot of times people really want to fill that jar up and add the broth, but you know what? If you think about it, you're going to want to add noodles when you cook it anyway, and you're going to want that extra broth for your noodles. So I'm doing it in the crock pot this morning. Again, you don't have to use the crock pot, but I just put my soup in here. I've already got it in there. This was the jar. I will usually use like a half a jar extra of water, and then I add my pasta. Now, I like this kind of a country style pasta, and all I do is I just take a handful and dump it in the crock pot and then stir it up. But you can use regular egg noodles. You could also add rice, whatever kind of pasta or starch that you want to put in there. And then I'm just going to turn it on high. As soon as it's up to heat, I'll turn it down on low, and then it'll be ready for lunch in a couple of hours here. And again, you don't have to use a crock pot. You can just do it on the stove and heat it up that way. So that's my tips for adapting home soup recipes for home canning. And again, if you click on that link, I've got more thorough instructions on there. Let me look real quick and see if I have any questions. I have to get closer because I can't see. And most people are just saying thank you. So I'm glad it was helpful. I don't see any questions here. So you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to enjoy my fall weather. My garden is all finished, and actually I think I still have some rutabagas out there. But anyway, you have a great day. God is good, and we'll talk to you later.